Gaza war might have ended, but the real battle for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has just begun. From international isolation to courtroom trials, from courtroom trials to political crack within his own government, will Benjamin Netanyahu will be able to survive all these onslaughts? And what is in store for Netanyahu going forward? Let us try to understand. For now, it seems that six different landmines have just opened up below the feet of Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. So what are these six landmines? Let us try to understand in details in this particular video. Now the first problem that Israel itself along with PM is facing is of international isolation. We have seen due to large scale killing of many innocent civilians in the Gaza Strip region, it is reported by many organizations that over 67,000 plus Palestinians have been killed, they have been displaced, large number of refugee population we have seen growing there, developing there, and also entire Gaza Strip look like kind of desolated field as such. This has sparked a global outrage, and the image of famine, especially by United Nations representatives, that was made available to the world, has also caused a lot of furor, and Benjamin Netanyahu has to face a lot of criticism within his own party, also within Israel, also, and even outside. Now, overall, even when the Gaza war seems to be ending, a solution seems to have been coming up. It seems that the prior status that Israel has grown to will keep on continuing for quite some time. Not only that, domestically also, he has given a speech called as Super Sparta speech, which has drawn a lot of backlash. He has stated that Israel is ready to be internationally isolated, economically isolated, but will keep on fighting as long as it takes. Now, this was not received well by the business community or economy of Israel, because after this speech, we have seen sudden fall of stock market, Israeli stock market, as well as Israeli currency shekel asset. Not only that, Business Forum of Israel, which represents 200 of the largest Israeli companies, they have even opposed the statement, and they stated that we are not Sparta. Now, Sparta was a military state in the ancient Greek time. Second problem that Netanyahu currently faces is of the fragility within his own coalition. Today, we talk about PM. He is enjoying PM post because of the support that he receives from the right-wing members of the Israeli politics. And here we have two leaders, Smotrich and Ben Gvir. Both have criticized and opposed ceasefire. Now, if Benjamin Netanyahu has to survive as Prime Minister, he definitely needs support of these two groups, these far-right allies. However, to appease them, now Netanyahu has stated that those youth who are ultra-orthodox, they will not be drafted to fight in the war. They will not be they will not be pressurized to join in Israeli military as such. But overall, again, it is seen that far-right allies are not very happy with the ceasefire, and there is a risk of coalition split and then the fall of government as well. The third problem that obviously he faces is because of the International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice. ICC, we know that last year it has issued an arrest warrant both for Benjamin Netanyahu as well as the Defense Minister of Israel, Yoav Gallant. And in this particular case, ICJ, also International Court of Justice, located in Netherlands, The Hague, it also is thinking of is putting a genocide charge against the Israeli leaders, including Netanyahu. Now, if this ICC trial is if ICC trial concludes, then there is a possibility of 30-year jail term granted to him. Now, obviously, there is a problem of enforcement. The question comes that how it will be enforced. But if you try to understand from diplomatic perspective, that from perspective of image, then obviously it will dent the image of Israeli Prime Minister. International Court of Justice also has asked UN Security Council to enforce whatever verdict is granted by it, but it seems that at least in short duration, we will not see any substantial progress in this regard. The fourth problem that Netanyahu faces obviously is because of the straining ties with the United States of America, which has been always its most strong and reliant partner. In this case, Trump seems to be not very happy with many of the decisions Netanyahu has taken in the past. One decision was where he has decided to, first of all, attack the Hamas negotiation team in Qatar, and it is because of this Trump pressurized Netanyahu to ask for what you can call as have a discussion and consultation with the Qatari government, apologize for it, and ensure that such events will not be repeated in the future as such. Now, US obviously is main ally and funder. So obviously whatever Trump says will be having a huge value as far as Netanyahu's future is concerned. Now, Trump was not very happy because he stated about this entire situation that he is screwing me, because Trump wanted to have a peace between Israel and Gaza, and obviously because also he was lobbying for getting a Nobel Peace Prize. Also, he has accused Netanyahu, and he even broke relations with Netanyahu for quite few months. He did not took his call because he said that Netanyahu is trying to manipulate him as such. He was also furious, as we discussed, about Doha strike. Not only that, historically also Trump was very angry in the initial time because Netanyahu became the first prime minister or first of the world leader who congratulated Joe Biden when he won the president's election back in 2021. Now, Trump and ceasefire, when we talk about recently, Trump visited Israel, and during that time, he has claimed that ceasefire is of 3,000 years in making. Not only that, he also has ensured Israeli population that ceasefire is going to hold as such, and it means that he is going to pressurize Netanyahu that he do not take any such steps or decisions that might violate or that might endanger ceasefire itself. He also has warned against any case of Gaza redeployment. Now, we try to understand because the far right allies of Netanyahu want the ceasefire to break. They want Israel to keep on attacking Gaza till Hamas is completely destroyed. But even in that case, Netanyahu will have limitation because Trump will not be favoring this. So there is going to be a US backing, but now it seems it is unpredictable in nature because already Trump has ensured that there is going to be a Gaza truce, Gaza peace plan. So any violation is something that Israeli Prime Minister would not want. Now, the fifth problem that he obviously faces is the security inquiry. We know that the entire this debacle began somewhere in the October 7th, 2023, when Hamas terrorists attacked Israeli territory, entered into the Israeli territory, that led to killing of more than 1,000 people and abduction of over 250 people as such. Now, obviously, it indicates a failure of army and intelligence that they were not able to predict, or even they were not able to this what you can call as ensure that attack is repelled in the initial stage itself. So because of this, army and intelligence chief of Israel already have resigned. Netanyahu also have not made any fuss about inquiry into the working of army and intelligence, but at the same time he made or a resistance, or basically he showed a resistance against any kind of inquiry in toward his political the circles or political power, what you call as political powers as such, and he has stated that any kind of inquiry against him will be not impartial in nature, and that is why he has resisted this. Now, since the peace plan already is in force, there is a truce that we are seeing coming here. So now the Israeli High Court also has stated that there is no point in delaying the inquiry into this security inquiry related to the Prime Minister office and other political leaders, and the High Court also has given them 30 days to respond that what you want to say about it. The sixth and last problem obviously that Netanyahu faces is personally because of the trial and the allegation of corruption, because there has been 3 cases that is put against him: case related to bribery, case related to fraud, and case related to breach of trust. In this regard, trials have been ongoing. There have been repeated delay because of his influence as such. And if indeed it seems that he was involved in some kind of corruption cases, Israeli judiciary can also grant him 10-year of jail terms. Now, obviously, during his meeting with Netanyahu, and later on when he was addressing Israeli what can call as Israeli Knesset, that time he has urged the president of Israel to pardon Netanyahu, because whatever corruption charges is against him is related to something that he has called as cigars and champagne. That means Benjamin Netanyahu is accused of taking expensive cigars and expensive champagne from some business group in the lieu of some sort of political favor. So Trump has said that no one cares about such kind of cigars and champagne, and that is why Israeli president should pardon Benjamin Netanyahu. So that is all about this. So it seems again in conclusion that war obviously seems to be coming to an end, the Gaza war, which has been going on for past some years, but the real troubles for Benjamin Netanyahu has just begun. Whether he will be able to come out of it unscathed or whether it will mark the end of his political career, let us see. We'll have to wait, watch and see. But if you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Thank you very much.